Hello everybody, my name is Scorpion and welcome to my video on beyond line of sight firing and also the data link system in Arma 3. So I'm currently on the development build at the moment, trying out the new tanks DLC, its new vehicles, and also the new features that it brings to the live build in a couple of weeks. So one of those new features is the data link system. So basically, it allows the player to see what's going on the battlefield without actually kind of seeing what's going on the battlefield. It's kind of like a mini-map system that allows us to see different vehicles and whatnot. So it's probably not very descriptive, so I'll just show you exactly what I mean. So here I am here, pretty much down in a little sort of valley, I guess you could say. It's not really a valley. But I have a remote designator up on this hill here, and then here's the valley here, sorry. So we've got hills around here, and we've also got some hills around here. And I have an enemy target on this crosshair and that, so I've done a shift left click to sort of bring up a waypoint. So now I can see, there it is over there. 1.8 kilometers away we have an enemy target, and so you can literally see that there's no way that we can directly fire at this target. It's beyond our line of sight. That's effectively what we're trying to achieve here, is to fire beyond line of sight. So the way we're going to do that is with the data link system, but also laser guided ATGMs. So that's one of the reasons why I like this vehicle in front of us. So I don't actually know if I mentioned, but this is a Rhino MGS, Rhino Mobile Gun System. It's based off of the Rui Cat, which is a South African APC. Well, it's not really an APC, it's a infantry fighting vehicle, an IFV. And it's, yeah, that's one of the reasons why I like it, is because well, I mean, all the vehicles in this game are based off actual vehicles, but this one in particular because it's a successor. Oh, I'm doing squats. This is a successor to the Striker MGS from Arma 2. But anyway, I'm getting too carried away in that. So, like I said, we're over here. We've got hills between us, a remote designator, and a target right here. So I'm going to quickly jump into the UAV terminal and take control of the remote designator, and there we go. So we can see the enemy fuel truck here, so it's going to be a pretty tasty target for our ATGM. We can see our wee CSAT guy in there, so he's going to be a wee test dummy. I'm going to laze the side of the truck here and then release the UAV controls. So we know it's been lazed, but just to be sure, I'm going to hit the left square bracket, which is going to bring up a GPS or a navigation system. I hit it again, brings up the camera from the remote designator. Another cool little trick, if I hold down right control and hit the square bracket, I can cycle through the camera's different modes. So there we go, thermal, so we can clearly see the laser marker there on the side of the door. Awesome stuff. So now let's jump into the Rhino and load up some ATGMs. So while they're loading up, we'll take a look at the sensor on the right side of the screen there. So this is basically the data link system. This allows us to see what's going on around us. So on the right side we can see a green square and also a grey triangle, and then in front of us we've got another green square and a red star. So that red star is our laser marker. So effectively I can go back into the turret or the UAV controls, I can remove that laser, release the controls, and now the laser has gone from the sensor because, well, the remote designator is no longer lasing anything, so there's no need for it to send that system, send that information through the data link. So we'll go back into it, laze the side of the truck, release the UAV controls, and we can clearly see there now that it is still, well, it is lasing it now. Cool stuff. So the other wee green square, that is a friendly Nyx, or Nyx. I think it's pronounced Nyx, N-Y-X. It's basically a recon version of the Weasel, which is what the Nyx or Nyx is based off of. and that is currently on its radar. It has spotted up a enemy helicopter, so that is what the grey square is. If I go into the map, we can see the helicopter here, and then we can see our friendly little recon vehicle, I'll call it, since I don't actually know how to pronounce if it's Nix or Nikes. But anyway, we can see our wee friendly recon unit there. It comes up as unknown because he's not a part of our platoon or our squad. So I know what it is, but to the actual, for my actual character, we have no idea what that is. But he has spotted up an enemy helicopter which is being blocked from us with this hill here. So I can literally go into the camera, rotate around, and we can't actually see anything because there's a bunch of trees and buildings and stuff in our way. But if I go into third person, again, we can't see anything because of the buildings, and so you can't see a helicopter flying around either. So there's no way that we would have been able to spot that helicopter if it wasn't for that recon vehicle. Anyway, we're getting too distracted. So I have ATGMs loaded, as you can see, and I'm currently in the top down mode as well. So up in the top right you can see a wee chevron, so the wee rectangle, which normally looks like this, that is direct fire mode. So this is what you normally start off with, but we need to hit F twice to switch past the coax, and then we can go into the top down mode. So this is what we need, otherwise the ATGM is literally just going to fly directly into the ground and, well, not even go anywhere near the target. So now that we've done that, we need to lock on to the lays. So there are a couple of ways we can do it. We can have a guess and hit T around the area until we can lock onto it. So I know he's around here, so there. So now we've locked onto it, but that's a bit pointless when you don't actually have a marker. So if I remove that marker, where is he? If I remove the marker, so I'll put the marker over here now. I remove that marker, so I literally have to go through and see, now I've locked onto him with T. So that's how we would normally lock onto targets, but what we want to do is actually hit R. So this is going to cycle through the different targets available to us on the sensor. So when I hit R, there we go, we literally just locked up the laser target. So I didn't even have to look in that area. So I can look over here, hit R, and it's going to lock that laser target. It's going to lock the closest one to us. And, well, we've only got one available, so that's just what it's done. So I'm just going to put a wee marker again on there because it's quite nice to have it there so I can see where the target is. There he is, over there. So we've got a green bounding box that pops up. There we can see it there, so that lets us know where the target is. So my marker's a little bit off, but still it's around 1.8 kilometers away. And so now that we're actually locked to it, the ATGM is actually literally just going to go straight to that laser target. Well, it's actually going to go into a top down mode, but it's all ready to go now. So I'm going to show off a little bit. I'm going to go and turn the turret 90 degrees, lift it up so it doesn't actually hit that building, and yeah, literally I can fire it right now and it's going to go straight to the target. Before I do though, I'm going to switch the sensor over for the camera on the missile so we can literally see it go towards the target in flight. So I guess it's all ready to go. See the ATGM flying up in the air, and also on the camera on the missile, it's going to make its way to the target and take it out just like that. Super easy. This is going to change a lot in this game. I'm going to assume there are going to be a lot of game modes. For example, King of the Hill, which is quite a popular game mode. It's most likely going to not even allow people to use the top down ATGMs because they are just that effective. It makes you literally play God in this game. You could have multiple laser targets on the sensor. So I mean, we've only got one, but if we had multiple ones, we could literally just hit R and cycle through the different targets and that, and just take them out without even them knowing that we are here. So pretty cool system in that. And I guess that kind of concludes it. So that's just a wee overview on beyond line of sight firing and also the data link system. So my next video is probably going to be what well, I'm not too sure what my next video will be on. I'd like to do one on the targeting system available in the game for like the main battle tanks and stuff. Fire control system, that's the word I was thinking of. Fire control system. That's probably going to be my next video, but I'm not too sure if I'll be able to have the time to make it. But I guess until then, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.